Okay, what is up? Welcome back to another replay analysis, and today's one is gonna be about the new hero Mars. Okay, so I'm really excited to watch a pro play this hero, find out what's the best way to play him, because I really love this hero. I'm so glad that they added this into the game. Finally, we get a utility offlaner who looks badass, who plays like a total boss. I mean, his skills are so sick. I mean, we'll see all of that in a moment, but let me just say that I really love this hero, and I'm looking forward to learning how to play him from the best of the best. So for today's replay, we're gonna check out gameplay by RNG.Monet. He won this 35-minute game as a offlane Mars, which I think is the best way to play this hero, and also a lot of other people think that way too. We're gonna check out the item builds that he went for, also to see the playstyle that he went for in this game. So let's go check it out. Alright, so since this is a new hero, I think we'll just let the whole replay run its course from his player's perspective, of course. We're not going to skip over anything, we're just going to scrutinize every single second of his gameplay to make sure that we don't miss any tips and tricks on how to play this hero. Okay, so first things first, he heads off to the offlane. His starting items, Stout Shield, which is very sick when combined with your Bulwark passive. If you play this correctly, you will literally take little to no damage from the harassing supports in lane. You have pretty standard healing salve in 2 tangos and the Ironwood branch. Surprised he didn't go for a mango since this hero's mana pool is really shit and his spells cost a lot of mana. But maybe he wants to go for extra stats to hurt him last hit and also to get more armor, more HP. Sorry, more HP and shit. So we'll see how it goes. This is a pretty standard offlaner setup too. A lot of offlaners like to go this build instead of the 1 mango because the 2s to every stat really makes a difference in the early game. And also you can add eat or one of the tangos with the Ironwood to get extra regen. So it levels up the Gouge Rebuke level 1 to get those heroes off him, I guess. It's a very versatile spell. You can use it the last hit and harass at the same time. You can use it disengage, and probably is gonna use it in a while to push them off the rune. Let's see if he does that. Nope, does not go for that because he's scared of the spin, and also he's taking so much damage from the DK. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough lane, but that's one of the weaknesses to this hero, right? So Mars is a strength hero. He has a lot of strength, but that also means that he's super weak against magic damage and especially Undying. I think Undying totally shreks him. No joke. I mean, like, Undying doesn't care about how tanky Mars is, he's just gonna take his strength. So I think it's a pretty good pick by the enemy to counter Monet's hero. So we see that typical offlaner trick. Since the lane is pretty much unlaneable, he decides to go cut the creep wave right here. He's probably gonna go bring it up all the way to the end and then TP out. Let's see if he does that. Alternatively, he could also drag it all the way to his tier 1 tower right here. Alright, so let's see what he does. Nothing the Undying can do. They have no stuns, no slow, so he's free to do this creep pulling trick. So it's actually gonna pull it all the way behind the tier 1. Let's see. Oh no, he went all the way to the tier 1. Alright. Oh, screwed up a little bit of the last hit there. He wanted to obviously get the last hit with the shield, but failed because he doesn't have the Quelling Blade. His damage is a bit low at the moment, and also because he's missing like 12 fucking strength, so his damage is pretty low. But due to his crit pulling trick, he managed to get the crit wave in front of his tower, so that's going to be pretty good for his levels. So mind you, this is an example, a good example of how to deal with a hard lane. Like you got the Undying sitting there, sapping out his strength, so he knows that if he decides to just stay in lane passively. There's no way that he'll be able to come out on top. Oh, seems that the Undying gets run down. Alright. Thanks to the bounty. Very nice. Yeah, there we go. We see him using the God's Rebuke to get last hit and as well as to harass the Jug. It does quite a bit of damage to heroes too. You get bonus damage to heroes. So using it for this purpose is actually very... It's actually a lot of value. Like you get 25 bonus damage versus heroes. And together with the crit multiplier, it's very significant. So of course you want enough mana to keep spamming God's Rebuke in lane. I think he's got the right idea actually to level up this skill for level 1. So he can use it to contest a lot of the last hits. He didn't go for Bulwark, I guess, because the Undying doesn't harass him using right clicks. Mostly through decays and stuff like that. So as you can see, he goes for the skewer back into the tower, and that's probably gonna result in the Undying's death. Very sick play. So that's something you can do if the supports try to be overly aggressive on you. You can just go in, bait them in, and then spear them into the tower. That was actually pretty beautiful. Well, I think let's go back and watch that a little while. Let's go and watch that. So let's see around here. Okay. Let's see that again. So that's a very good use of the Spear of Mars. So he's baiting the Undying in. He's just retreating, and he goes behind him and spears him into the tree right here. The Undying tanks like about 3 tower shots, and combined with the bounties right clicks, he goes down. So that was very beautiful. That was a very nice kill. It shows that this hero, even though it looks simple on paper, he has a lot of potential in his skills, you know. And definitely Monet is a very good player, so we can expect all these plays from him. So yeah, it's already very educational right now. See the use of the God's Rebuke to safely farm and harass, giving the hero a little bit of a lane presence. And then you got Spear of Mars, which is why he's such a good offlaner, because he's got such a powerful stun and repositioning spell on a short cooldown, and you can use it to get kills that are otherwise be impossible for other offlaners. So it's actually really sick stuff. So he doesn't have mana right now. This hero, as you can see, has a lot of mana issues. But that's why he's buying a Soaring. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause the video right here to maybe think a bit more about why he went for Soaring. Okay, so Soaring gives like 6 strength, which is like additional damage for him. It combos well with God's Rebuke, which you can then spam using this. You get HP regen, which is very good since he wants to be a tank, and it solves his mana problems. So I think this item is actually pretty core on him in the early game. Definitely agree with this item choice. Oh, and he tried to go for the spear again on the Jug, and he still dies. Holy shit. Okay. We need to watch that again, because that was sick. So again, he uses the Spear of Mars to extremely good effect. Alright, let's see it here. Okay, so the lane is in front of the tower. Alright. He positions himself to go on the Undying right here. Alright. He actually fakes out the lance, the spear, for the first time, because he knew that he wouldn't be able to get the Undying in range. But then as the bounty harasses the Jug some more, he starts to prioritize moving forward for the Jug. So as you can see, he tries to bait the Jug in to get the last hit, and as the Jug goes for the last hit, he spears him into the trees for a attempted impale, and that was what sealed the deal. Gets the kill with the God's Rebuke, and yeah, that was really very beautiful. So he actually baited the Jug in with the last hit, and then skewered him back into the tower for some damage. So this is like the hero being played at, you know, pretty much its early game limit. You've got all the spear plays, you got taking advantage of your enemy's positioning to actually skewer them into your tower. So this is actually very beautiful gameplay coming from Monet. I'm very impressed. Like, this is so inspiring to watch.
Radiant are scanning.
So we'll see what he gets next. Getting a stick because of the Undying. I'm surprised actually he doesn't get it earlier, but you know, probably getting that soul ring as soon as possible is probably a better idea.
If someone puts a contract on
I think they go for the Undying
I'll
here.
double your fee to leave him from you.
He's dead, right? Oh, he's dead. Wow. Alright. Finally goes for 1 point in the bulwark. It's a value point in it is actually super value, because you already get 25% damage reduction at level 1, and 25% is no joke, especially in the early game. So it's a very good choice here. So as you can see with his level advantage now, he's positioning more aggressively. He's going to step up to the crit wave, gonna mess around with the aggro, gonna right click the jug a bunch whenever he comes up for last hits, because he knows now that he's strong enough. But in the early game, notice that he had to do the pull behind the tier 1 tower because of the lane that wasn't in his favor. But now, thanks to the way that he played and also because of this hero's skills, he managed to get a couple of kills, managed to get a lane in his favor, and now he's doing pretty well. So yeah, he's so tanky. They dropped the tome, they committed a spin, and they can't do anything about it. So they're probably gonna wait until the tome is down before they go for any kills. So let's see if they do that. He impaled the Undying, but oh wow, okay, that was a kill. So he impaled the Undying, came back in for another kill. I think the jug is dead too. You just need to spear him once. Oh, right in the fog. That was impressive. Easy double kill for this guy. Oh, sick place. I think he might be one of the best pros that I've ever seen on this hero so far. Alright, so he's going for face boots. I think it's the best boots on this hero too, because of the movement speed and also the attack damage, which contributes into the God's Rebuke. So actually, level 1 God's Rebuke is pretty damn good. You don't really need more points in it, I guess. Not in the early game at least. You want the spear for the utility, so I guess the item, the skill build at level 6 will be 3-1-1-1. Makes sense. And you can see that he doesn't really suffer from mana problems anymore with Soul Ring. It's so good. So the core of this hero is probably gonna be Soul Ring and face boots in the early game. And it seems that he's gonna build into Vlad's, which I fully agree with again. I mean, not trying to be like a Monet Fengay or anything, but Vlad's actually makes sense because it gives you mana regen, which this hero needs. The lifesteal is very good with God's Rebuke because he can proc off the smash. And you get attack damage bonus, which is very good with your God's Rebuke, of course. And since you're utility offlaner, oh wait, hold on, he's going in, and he just disengages through the wall. Wow, nice. He just goes in and snipes the duck below, I guess. Alright, and they got Undying too, not bad. I think he's in a bit of a trouble here. He needs to face the front, skewers the Chaos Knight away. He actually survives. Yeah, what a tank. Alright. Oh yeah, but like I was saying, Vlad's is a pretty good item. Gives you armor, gives you mana regen, you're a utility offlaner anyway. So you want to go for all these items. Buffs your damage for the God's Rebuke, gives you mana for the mana problems. All around a very good item. So we got a trifecta of early game items for this hero. We've got face boots, Soul Ring, and the Vlads. Alright, fully agree with this. So he's probably gonna shrine up, knows that he can't really fight right now without the Vlads, so he just tries to make full use of the space that his team is creating for him. They're letting the two supports get pressure top while the Phantom Lancer farms bot. He farms the triangle jungle here. Nothing much can be done, I'm afraid, because his other cores do need some farm before they can actually fight into this lineup. So he's probably gonna spear the Queen of Pain away from this. Oh no, he's actually guarding it for the Ember Spirit. Alright, very nice. So the very threat of him being there was enough to force the Queen of Pain to back off from the rune. And then we see how you can farm up waves super quickly with just your Q and W. I think he can solo Q the Undying in a moment. He should probably drop the ulti soon. Alright, here we go. Oh, unfortunately the whole team was there. Maybe he can sort. Oh, too late. Okay, well, his team came in to clean up. But it was very close. I mean, he was so close to popping the Soul Ring for a return God's Rebuke. Yeah. He did the best that he could in that situation. I would have pretty much dropped the ulti at the same time too. So yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
So we see Bounty going ham with the tracks. Such a good support, guys. Bounty is a great hero. So he goes top. He's actually very good at de-pushing waves. Like you see, he took out that wave in like half a second with these two spells and not even max level yet. And he's not exactly even that farmed. So right now he goes for the finish the Vlads. He's gonna... I saw him queue up a Desolator. I've seen this build getting built by Dandy and Wagamama and other pros as well. So, you know, Desolator seems like a very good item on him. It procs off the God's Rebuke, it contributes to his damage, which, you know, this hero's damage does fall off pretty hard. Okay, the jug gets deleted. But yeah, this hero's damage really falls off in the mid to late game, so you gotta go for these items, like maybe Desolator. I've seen some people go for Sanji and Yasha to make sure they have some damage going into the late game. But I think Desolator is really good because the strength gain of this hero is insane. You have life gain, you have bulwark, so you don't really need to rush into like a Vanguard or something like that. You can just go straight for a damage item like Desolator. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good build up actually. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, Desolator, besides Desolator, there are some better items that could be built. This game, I guess he just went straight for the damage for, you know, experimental purposes. But I'm guessing that once people figure out how to play this hero properly, maybe they will just go full utility or something. I don't know. This hero is still very new, so item builds are all over the place. But from what I can see, you know, Desolator, Vlad, Space, these are very good items on him. Anything that buffs his damage makes him very powerful. Oh, he almost got the spear there. If he got the spear there, the Queen of Pain would have died. The spear's range is actually pretty fast, so he could have thrown it from like the fog. Oh, there we go. So you can see damage. They're all trapped inside the arena. Undying goes down. Alright, they got a return kill on the bounty though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
For a lesson.
Enemy kills Knights of Midas, so you can see that he's also keeping up with the items on the enemy. He's just regularly clicking on them, just checking out the items. Alright, so we'll see what he goes for next after the Desolator. Something's really buggy with the replay though. I can't really follow his player's perspective. Okay, there we go. Okay. So he's just finishing up the Vlads. He's always looking for fights though, which is what this hero excels at. He excels at using his spells to reposition the enemies in the mid game. So you kind of want to, you know, like look for team fights with a team. But of course you shouldn't really force yourselves into fights.
Execution style.
Cause if you're alone, you don't have damage, and you know you probably just feed So you want to be with your team, you want to look for opportunities, but if there are none, you want to do what he did just now, which is to push the waves out. Oh, that was a very nice spear, but he's probably gonna go down here. A bit too much damage, and the enemy lineup is way too good in these mid game fights without items. So it started off pretty well. He actually speared, let's see, what hero was that? He he speared the Queen of Pain and got fingered by the lion. Nice joke by the PL. Alright, so
I'll take that as tribute.
you can see that this hero, even though he's tanky, he's not invincible. Even with his team around him, you still can die, so
It's gonna be a massacre.
can't be helped. The enemy's team is pretty strong at this stage. They got Undying, they got Dark Willow, they got Chaos Knight, Jug. All these heroes can fight super early, and of course Queen of Pain. His team has an Ember and a PL, but they are nowhere near fighting shape. So the PL doesn't even have a Diffusal. Ember has nothing basically, so no wonder they lost that fight. It's not because he played bad or anything, but there's really nothing he could have done. His team is not hit the pulse spike yet. Oh, the Dark Widow's actually GH. Nice. Okay, cool. Look at the animation of the shield bash. It's so cool, man.
Radiant's bottom tower
He does the
is under
little
attack.
jump. It's pretty good. Yep, clears the wave.
Radiant's middle tower
Just
is
shows in
under
the
attack.
lane so that the enemy needs to respond to his pushes instead of looking for his team to gank. Unfortunately, the PL died.
Dire's top tower
But shit
is under
happens
attack.
in a game like this when your team can't take fights. Obviously, you don't force the fight. You do what he does, which is to split push. Probably should go top, but I think maybe he wants to leave it for the PL. Wow, it like literally cleared the wave in like less than a second. That's how good this hero is at pressuring towers and creating space. Like, you're not creating space by killing people in this game, but you're creating space just by pushing in the towers so damn fast. Definitely a viable strategy. So now that the enemy is focused on bot, he'll just do his best to go mid. But doesn't commit for the tower because he knows that
Radiant's
the
middle
rotations
tower
will be
is
coming.
under attack.
Feel the arcane.
He'll rather finish his Desolator first, so no need to, risk his farm. So the combo to kill creeps is always Q and W. It kills them really fast. So the tower is probably gonna go
Dire's middle
down.
tower is under
They can't like
Dire's
defend it
structures are
much.
fortified.
But he finally finished his Desolator. So he's actually doing not bad. He's got, check out the net worth.
Dire's
He's the top
middle
net worth for
tower
his
has
team.
fallen.
Keeping up
Radiant's
with
top tower
the
is
Chaos
under
Knight,
attack.
who has a Midas by the way. So you can see how this hero flash farms insanely fast. It's a bit like Pangolier after he gets his Maelstrom. He can just use Swashbuckle on every wave to kill it. So now he's going for a smoke gank, sees the Jug here. I think if he manages to pin him to something, it's a kill. Draw the ulti. Oh, he pinned the Jug. And caught the Undying right at the edge of the arena right there. Okay. They're tanking up the Omni Slash right now. Probably should get rid of the healing ward. Oh wow, but they still lost the fight though. Okay, so I think I know what went wrong there. So we can go back and take a look. Alright, so let's slow it down as the fight starts. Alright, so I'm pretty sure they lost the fight because the ulti was placed at a pretty weird position. So you can see him coming in. He's look, he's clicking. He's obviously looking for the cause over here. Yeah, the Jug and the CK. Manages to spear the CK into the wall, which is great, but then he didn't put the wall so that the edge was on the CK. So he could have killed the CK straight away by putting the wall there, but he didn't, and that's why the CK survived to get the out of. So it was really unfortunate that it turned out that way, but his ultimate, as you can see, is really underwhelming if you don't put it in the right place. The wall is everything. In the middle, it doesn't matter. The enemy can just keep moving around inside, like what his enemies did. So you want every time you spear someone into the wall, you want to put the wall right at where they are stunned, so that they immediately get hit by all the spearmen or whatever they call it. So that's one critique I have, I guess, of that team fight. I mean, of course, his team is many items behind, but the ultimate could have been placed better there. I'm pretty sure it could have been placed better there. But we'll see. I mean, this hero is still pretty new. I'm not saying that he's a god at this hero. He's probably just figuring it out. So we'll cut him some slack. So he's back. He's got his bounty. So going for a BKB now. Okay, I like this choice. They have a lot of spells that can screw around with him. Maybe gonna spear the Queen of Pain? Spear him? Oh wait, he used it to farm. Alright, feels Batman. So BKB is a good choice. I've seen it built on a lot of Mars. Probably because this hero dies to magic damage pretty easily. One of his weaknesses. His weakness is magic and also magic immunity. I mean, if the enemy has magic immunity, his combo does jack shit. So he thinks better of sticking around bot because the enemy team is there. Backs off. I think once he gets his BKB, we're gonna see the game turn around, because they can't deal with a BK beat Mars. There's nothing on the enemy team that can deal with that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So we can see if he goes for the Queen of Pain here. Alright. Nice, nice. Look at the damage. That's very good. Kill. And it was a track kill too. So this is what his team needs to come back. And look at his mana. It never drops below like 3/4. It's still full mana because of the build that he went for. He went for Soaring and Valets. It really sustains your mana so well, like as you can see from this game. So Phantom Lancer is gonna juke them. That was a very nice juke. And he's coming in to assist his team. Maybe he's gonna go get a kill with the lance. Oh! They're using the ultimate to isolate the CK and kill him off maybe. But not sure about this though. Maybe God's Rebuke to end it. Oh my god, the damage. Yep. There we go. Desolator's a good hero. He spears another hero into the wall and it's a kill. It's a team wipe, guys. Okay, okay. We're back, we're back. Let's go back and check out the team fight again, because I think that was done pretty well. That was the Queen of Pain going down, blah blah blah, okay. So the fight started with Phantom Lancer disengaging with a very good juke. And a Manta. Ember Spirit comes in. Tries to finish off the jug, but he manages to get off the spin. He comes in under the cover of the smoke to back up the team. So now he summons up the ulti to block off the Dark Willow and the Undying, so there's no help for the CK. And then his team can just walk in here and kill off the isolated Chaos Knight, which is really huge because he is the highest net worth hero in this game, and his ultimate just made sure that it was basically a 3v1 or something like that, and then he just got rebuked for some insane damage, and now they go off for the support who was stuck outside the arena and couldn't help the CK. So that's one way to use the ultimate, which is to zone off the entire enemy team, you kill off a core, and then you go kill off the supports. So that was a very sick play by him, using the arena for zoning purposes. Which is why I like this hero so much. You can zone people with the ultimate, you can kill them with the ultimate. There's so many uses for all his spells. It's incredible. So they're going to push the tower. Another benefit of doing this Desolator build is that not only can you shove waves really fast, you can also threaten towers with your tower damage now, since you reduce the tower armor. So yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of nice team fights from him. You can see how the ulti is really game winning or game losing, depending on how you use it. So we'll see how the last 10 minutes of this game play out. Probably gonna see another huge ulti that swings the game completely in their favor. So they're trying to set up for a gank here. They scanned out someone in the trees, but don't think they can catch anyone at the moment. He pings out the high ground, probably wants the bounty to scout there, but we'll see what happens. Oh, they spotted the Queen of Pain. What you doing there, buddy? Oh, the fear came too late. Queen of Pain's dead. That was huge. Oh, he goes for the wall to get the Dark Widow trapped in. Oh, misses the spear though, but oh my god, that damage was insane. Alright, just basically deletes him with the God's Rebuke. So yeah, that was another use of the ultimate to isolate a particular hero from the enemy team. They got a kill, they disengage, and it's basically almost a free kill. The bounty did get caught there. But holy shit, is he good. Like, oh, this build, pretty good. I think once he gets his BKB, the game's over. Pretty damn sure. Okay, keeps going for the creep waves that are pushing in. Sees the Undying alone, decides not to go for it, because there's another creep wave coming in. Probably gonna farm this one. Once you got a Desolator, one God's Rebuke is enough to clear the wave. Alright. Seems good, man. Look at the God's Rebuke, it almost killed off the entire freaking camp here. It's probably just gonna farm up for the BKB first. Oh. Oh, too bad Ember Spirit died. But it's space created. I see he's a fan of the ow as well. Alright, BKB done. Alright, time to see some aggressive, awesome team fights. We'll see what he does with this. So BKB is flying out now. Probably gonna wait for the Ember and the bounty to respawn before they do any fighting. So just going back to farming up the waves.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Which he does really well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I think this Queen of Pain might actually be griefing, cause he had all the time in the world to blink out there, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
oh, as you can see, the wall once again
Radiant's top tower
coming
is
into
falling.
play. Probably not the best wall. I didn't see him I didn't see it really make that much of a difference. He did pin the CK in at the very end,
Is under attack.
so I guess that helped somewhat. Oh! The spear to cancel the TP, that was sick. And of course the kill secure with the bash. Nice. So yeah, in the end it worked out really well for them. The wall, I guess, delayed the team fight long enough. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The wall didn't really seem to make that much of a difference there. It's mostly just the God's Rebuke and the spear at the end cancelling the TP of the Dark Willow. Ghost Rebuild is so strong with Desolator actually, holy shit. I think this might be the build, guys. I think the strategy with this hero in terms of item builds is actually to buff his second skill. Even as a utility offlaner, I mean, sure, you're going for all these armor reductions, which is applied to everyone, by the way, with the bash, and also Vlad's and BKB, and your spears, and of course your ultimate. You're also there to do damage with the Desolator and your second skill. So definitely, Desolator is a very good item choice. Oh, base them in with the ultimate. CK is getting knocked around. Okay, but his team decides to fight there for some reason, and it doesn't end well. Yeah, this was a bad fight. I'm not sure why his team took it. Maybe he can spear someone on the way out. Oh, spear barely missed. Yeah, that was a bit of a bad move by his team. Probably gonna go for the Dark Willow, maybe? He's got ultimate in 17, so I think this is like the last ultimate that seals the game for his team. So we'll see. Okay, so Ember Spirit's Aegis got triggered. He's coming in with the spear. Spears the Dark Willow into the wall. Ember Spirit's probably gonna kill him. He's got a bit of a stun duration left. Yep, there we go. So yeah, I mean, Juggernaut uses the ultimate, but he just stays there and tanks it off his shield. And this is so sick, right? You can like basically tank Omni Slash with your shield just by standing still. Okay, that's pretty sick. So I know people are saying that Juggernaut is like a counter to this hero because of the magic immunity, but look at the Omni Slash just now. I mean, let's go back and take a look at it again. Alright, so the fight starting. He took literally no damage from the Omni Slash. That was insane. So we're gonna take a look at this again. So he throws out the lance. He originally wanted to hit the CK, but he got GH instead, which is good because now the Ember respawns, and then he just slides of fist to delete the Dark Willow. And now look at the damage. The Omnislash is going on him, and he's taking literally no damage, and then he just like bashes the jug into the ground to flex on him, you know. So yeah, Bulwark is pretty insane because Omnislash hits around your hero, so most of the time the slashes go in front and at the back, and that's a lot of damage reduction. So I think we found the counter to Juggernaut, boys. Yeah, that was really impressive. I didn't know that the Omnislash interaction with the Bulwark was like that. Turns out Juggernaut doesn't exactly counter this hero that hard. So the Queen of Pain goes in. He decides not to pop the BKB because not even required. He's here to push the wave anyway. Does it really fast. I think he even pushes faster than Queen of Pain at this rate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, we learned a lot, guys.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Is Bird gonna BKB? Oh no, it's not. Alright. We're gonna ulti here. Oh my god, he almost deletes the Queen of Pain straight away. Why is he chasing a Queen of Pain though? That was weird. Alright, here comes the wall, guys. Here comes the wall. There we go. Holy shit, it deletes GH instantly with the combo. And now he's going in. He pins. Oh my god, he pins the jug to the wall and then he gets fingered by a lion. So that's pretty interesting, right? Like, even though the wall disappeared at the last minute there, you can still impale someone close to the end of the duration of the ultimate to stun them, and then your team can follow up. So that's a neat trick. But yeah, they won the team fight really handily there. A very good ultimate to zone out the rest of the team, and then they just isolate the cores inside, spears the Jug to the wall to stun him. And it's a really long stun with the talent, right? Like the spear lasts for like 2.8 seconds. It's a 2.8 second stun. Not sure if this is inclusive of the spear stun though, but I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, the utility of Spear of Mars is really sick. I mean, it's a very long stun. It's a trick shot, sort of skill shot. You can do really weird things with it, like spear people into your team, spear people away from your team. Interacts with your ultimate perfectly, right? Like you can just use your ultimate at the start of the fight, spear someone, and then yeah, watch them just die. I guess you can't spear someone at the start of the fight and then spear them again throughout the ultimate, cause it's only 7 seconds long. But definitely should be saving spear for the stun, especially in the late game, cause the stuns are gonna be clutch for all these team fights. 3 seconds without a hero is really insane. Doesn't even bother using the BKB because he takes no damage whatsoever. Alright, you might want to help out the team here. Use the wall. Oh, here we go. Spear someone. Oh, the spear missed. Oops. Okay, this was a bad ultimate. So you can see how the moment your ultimate sort of screws up, the hero basically does nothing. Let's go back and take a look at that. So the fight started here. Pretty good Gauss rebuild to take out pretty much almost all the HP of the CK illusions. But this is where he fucks up. So the wall gets placed. He turns around, but doesn't manage to skewer anyone to the wall. And then the enemy just stays in the middle of the wall right here, without any negative effects. And then once the wall collapses, yeah, they're suddenly left without anything, and the team just dies. His team just dies. So that was a very bad ultimate. Can't really blame him though, because he was already getting jumped on by a bunch of people. He needed to drop the ultimate fast. But yeah, it's unfortunate that he couldn't spear anyone to the wall. Don't think it would have made a difference though, but that was not the best ultimate for sure. So we can see once again how this hero's ultimate placement is really very important. You can lose fights for your team just by putting the wall in a bad place or wasting it. Yeah. I guess because in this game his team doesn't really have any heroes to combo with the ultimate. Normally you will have someone with like some AoE spell, like a Disruptor or a Crystal Maiden, and then once you drop the ultimate, the Arena of Blood, the enemy can't really stay in the center like they did just now. They have to move, but if they move they run into the walls, so it's a lose-lose situation for the enemy. The draft definitely needed some AoE combo there, but even without the synergy, right, with his team, you can see how effective this hero is. It's a monster, man. Alright, so we'll just skip right in after he respawns. TP's into lane. Probably wants to finish off this game. They're going mid. Gets a Assault Curious. Probably gonna spear someone from the low ground. Oh yes, there we go. Drop the wall, boys. Drop the wall. Drop the wall. Yes. Isolates the Chaos Knight outside. The Jug can't do anything. Oh, well, maybe the Jug can do something. He managed to omnislash out of the wall. Oops. But now his tank ability is coming in. They can't kill him. They can't kill him. Wow. Alright. They basically just outlasted the entire enemy team. And it was without the talent too, without the Arena of Blood Grunts team plus 100 HP regen. Oh, sick.
Radiant's middle
Actually, I
tower
wanna go back a bit
Radiant's
again.
middle
How did they win the fight? I wanna see that. Okay, so let's just go free camera now. Okay, so he spears the jug into the wall, pops the BKB. Gods rebukes the Queen of Pain, like kills him immediately. Drops the wall, the jug's trapped inside. They move out for the Chaos Knight, but unfortunately the jug uses the Omni Slash, but it's tanked up by the Phantom Lancer illusions. So Phantom is just keeping him busy here. Meanwhile, he is slapping this CK to the ground with his team. Lances the CK away. Unfortunately, doesn't impale him. Dodges the ultimate from the Dark Willow. And just starts chopping away at the CK here. Queen of Pain dies back, and this is the beginning of the end. You can see that Jug tried to fight him here, but the Bulwark blocked off so much of the damage. And then with another huge Bulwark, God's Rebuke hit, the Jug goes down. Bounty Hunter finishes off the Dark Willow at the end. And this is basically GG. Wow, alright. That was a pretty sick fight to end the game.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What a hero, guys.
Is under attack.
Okay, so I hope we learn something out of this replay. I'm just gonna do a quick summary as always. So in the early game, you want to go for Soul Ring to solve your mana issues. You want to go for a Phase Boots and your Vlad so that you have insane sustain. You've got the life gain, which you can just heal yourself back to full with your second skill. You got the mana regen from the Soul Ring and the Vlads to keep you in lanes. So you want to shove the lanes, you want to look for teamfight opportunities with your teammates, especially when your ultimate is up, since it's so strong. You want to use your spear to basically reposition enemies. You can skewer them into the tower like what he did. The second skill is for pushing mainly, which becomes a very powerful damage spell with Desolator. So probably this item is core, I guess. Maybe you can go for a Solar Crest instead. Yeah, maybe Solar Crest could work as well. For more utility. I mean, Desolator is a pretty selfish item, I guess. Solar Crest is actually, you know what? Let's look at Solar Crest for a moment. Solar Crest. All right, so it costs 3875. Okay, but a build up is better than Desolator because you have the early game medallion, which also gives mana regeneration. So I definitely could see a build with Phase Boots, Soul Ring, Vlads, and Medallion. And then after that, you build into the Solar Crest, which does give you movement speed, which is very nice. You've got armor, all attributes to make you more tanky. I think Solar Crest might actually be better than the Desolator. I mean, Desolator is more for the burst damage. As you can see, you're spending 3,500 gold as an offlaner just for 50 damage and 7 armor reduction. I mean, which is nice with your skills, but think of the utility of a Solar Crest. I mean, this hero is built to be a utility hero, so I would argue that Solar Crest is actually better. I'll try to find a replay where a pro builds Solar Crest and wins. See how he played with that item. But once again, I'm pretty sure that Solar Crest is the better item here. I mean, you start off with a Medallion of Courage, which is also very useful in and of itself. It's already negative 7 armor as a Medallion, which is the same as a Desolator's effect. So definitely will agree more with a Solar Crest build. Yeah, definitely Solar Crest is good. And then, yep, BKB, because your hero is pretty weak against magic. You don't want to be kited. You want to be able to get your combo off. Yeah, so we can see how the ultimate is pretty. You can see how the ultimate is pretty important to get down right. If you mess it up, it's gonna be really bad. It's like a lost team fight. Because if the enemy just stands in the middle, like what they did a couple of times, they can just fight your team no problem. They're not even afraid of anything. So you can be more liberal with your ultimate placement if your team has some AoE combo or something like that. Yeah, but definitely the ultimate placement is very important for this hero. Okay, well that's really a lot. This video actually took longer than I thought it would, because I had to scrutinize so many small tiny details in the fights, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll definitely look out for another Mars gameplay to analyze, because this hero is so new. There's definitely more than what we can learn from a single replay, so do look out for that, and yeah, see you in the next one.